Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dr. Phil Show.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be talking about the digestive system. We're going to have 3 guests today. Our first one is the famous surgeon, Dr. Nikolai Belinsky.
Woo! You rock! Woo!
Thanks for showing up today, Mr. Nikolai.
Anytime, doctor. Thank you for having me.
Now, Mr. Nikolai, I heard that you love the digestive system.
Yes, I love it like a son. I wouldn't be able to live without it, literally.
Amazing! Now, today, Nikolai is going to tell us about the 3 organs. The liver, salivary glands, and the small intestine.
May I start with the liver?
Of course, doctor.
Awesome. You see, the liver is located on the right side of the stomach and is responsible for filtering their blood from the digestive tract. It is also protected by the rib cage. Now, there are 2 sections in the liver, the right and the left lobes.
Wow, isn't that interesting?
You guys have to script.
That's not all. The liver and the other organs work together to digest, absorb, and process food.
That's amazing. Now, how about those salivary glands?
Glad you asked, doctor. The salivary glands are found in the mouth and throat. There are 3 major glands, the parotid, submandibular, and the sublingual.
Now, where are these located, doctor?
Good question. The parotid is located on the side of the mouth. The submandibular is under the tongue, and the sublingual is on the floor of the mouth. Together, they all work together to mush up your food so it's easier to digest.
That's very interesting.
I certainly think so.
Now, let's talk about the small intestine, right after the break.
Yes, Jennifer, the double stuffed Oreos. I told you I was too good for the other ones. Now, I will call you back.
Sir?
I told you to call me doctor!
Sorry, doctor. We're live.
Why didn't you tell us? Jeez. Anyway, welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Dr. Phil Show. Today we're talking about the digestive system. Mr. Nikolai was just about to tell us about the small intestine.
Yes, yes, I was. You see, the small intestine absorbs most of the nutrients we eat and drink.
Yes, very interesting.
Yes, it is. Now, there are tiny finger-like projections called villi. Takes nutrients from the food you eat and sends them back into your bloodstream.
Amazing. Thank you, doctor. I believe this is all we have for you today. Everyone give a big hand for Dr. or Surgeon Nikolai Belinsky. How about that, folks? Weren't those some amazing facts? Well, guess what time it is? It's time for the super fast question round. And who's the lucky winner? Melinda CORENTOS. Where is she? I mean, he. Anyway, to win what's the mystery box is, you have to answer these 9 questions.
What's the topic?
The 9 steps of the digestive system. I'm gonna go through the steps and leave out blanks for what organ is responsible for that step before the time runs out.
Got it.
Okay, your 5 minutes starts now. The blank tears apart the crushes and foods into small pieces.
The teeth?
Correct. The blank makes food soft and easy to swallow.
The salivary glands.
That's correct. Then the blank forms a ball of food that can be easily swallowed.
I don't think I know that one.
Here's a hint. It has taste buds.
Oh, the tongue.
That's absolutely correct. The blank transports food from the mouth to the stomach using muscles.
The esophagus.
What organ uses chemicals and gastric juices to break open foods?
The stomach.
Great. Bile is pumped into what organ that helps break down fat and food?
The liver.
Now, what organ adds even more chemicals that break down protein and carbohydrates?
The pancreas.
You're doing wonderful. This organ is 22-foot long tube that mixes the food even more.
The small intestine.
Last one, the final organ holds food that can't be used until it is excreted 12 hours later.
The large intestine.
Amazing!
What? Have I won?
You have won a piece of paper signed by me.
Yes. But it doesn't even have a signature.
Woo, yeah, Melinda, woo! Anyway, folks, we'll be right back after these short messages. Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a very special guest. After escaping his brief run-in with the cops, the Monopoly Man has remained on the run and in secrecy. I bet you didn't know that before a great game host, the Monopoly Man was actually a top-notch scientist. Today, he is coming out of hiding to explain to us how the esophagus and the stomach work.
Thank you for having me, Doctor.
Our pleasure. Now, Mr. Munn.
Please call me Double M.
Okay, Double M. Why don't you have your classic top hat and eyeglass?
It's part of my disguise, but you couldn't tell it was me, could you?
Sure, I guess you could say that. Anyway, let's go on to the esophagus.
I agree. You see, the esophagus is an 8-inch muscular tube that connects the throat with the stomach. It runs right behind the windpipe. Its uses include eating, breathing, and vomiting. Ugh, nasty.
Amazing! Now let's go on to the stomach.
Okay, the stomach is the muscular organ on the left side of the upper abdomen. It secretes acid and enzymes that digest food.
Thank you, Double M.
You're welcome anytime.
I'm a cop and you're under arrest.
I've got to get out of jail card. I'm not afraid to use it.
Well, let's turn our camera over to the field reporter interviewing our third and final guest.
Thank you, Doctor. Today we're here with Senor Dave, our third guest.
My name is Dave, not Senor Dave.
Whatever. Anyway, Senor Dave is going to tell us about the large intestine and the gallbladder.
It's just Dave, but anyway, yes I am.
Let's start with the gallbladder, Senor Dave.
Okay. The gallbladder is a small organ underneath the liver that stores bile and secretes it into a small intestine.
Very interesting, Senor Dave.
It's just Dave. But now, talk about the large intestine.
Slow down, Speedy Gonzalez. Now tell us about the large intestine.
Okay. Anyway, the large intestine absorbs water left in food that's not digested. It absorbs nutrients that haven't been absorbed yet. Also, it stores waste until it is excreted.
Very interesting, Senor Dave. You heard it first here, folks.
It's just Dave!
Whatever. Now back to you, Senor Phil.
It's just Phil, buddy. Just Phil. Anyways, that's all we have for you tonight on the Dr. Phil Show. Hope you learned a lot from every one of the cast, and have a good night.